Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Antuofermo, and I am here with my best friend, Lauren Olivia. And if you haven't heard already, we are joining forces to do what's called the Body of Love course. And what I want to do today is introduce her and talk a little bit about ourselves. I own Soulful Transformations. I've been doing Body of Light and Body of Love work for about 3 years now, consistently with different groups. What we've done this year is really transform how we look at 3D, 4D, and 5D upgrades in the physical body, not just in meditation or in consciousness, but how the physical body has literally transformed as we go through these upgrades. And body of light processes are really the foundation of what I would say is the uniqueness behind this process in Body of Love. Now, Lauren is also, she is a multidimensional teacher. She's a spiritual teacher. She does energy work, amazing energy work. She works with Gaia, the Elohim. She's a channeler, and we've been working really hard together on this Body of Love program. And we have been using a lot of the concepts in Body of Light for Body of Love. So I'm going to give Lauren the stage for a second, let her say hello, and let her tell you how we kind of got together first in Body of Light and what it is we did together with Body of Love.
Hi, guys. Yes, like Lauren said, I am an intuitive, a channel, I'm an energy channel, and I really want to talk about the kind of what I see as the marrying of 5D and metaphysics and the way that we perceive science and our physical bodies, because there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be using that's come through recently about changing how we interact with our physical form that Body of Love is going to introduce. And I'm so excited, like I can barely like contain myself about not sharing it with you guys right at this moment. How Lauren and we met years ago and we worked together, and I did Body of Light with her, and I'm not joking when I say it changed my life. And you can talk to anybody else that knows me, because I told everybody, I was like, oh my gosh, you got to do this. This will change your life. And after it ended, she and we'd created a bond, and so we started working then together on our health and weight issues that we shared. We have similar yet different perspectives on those two things. And so we started really co-creating together some of the stuff that we use in Body of Love that we're going to be sharing with you guys about how to transform, again, our physical 3D form with these 5D techniques and processes, as Lauren's been calling them, which I actually love, because I'm a person who likes to be able to check things off, or something that I can follow. And this is going to have things that you can just start applying in your daily life, and it will become a routine that's going to, and I know we use the word transformational a lot. It's in her business name, but these really are transformational techniques. I am not overselling it when I say this does have the ability to change you on a physical level. You're going to be able to create a shift in your health and wellness. And I could go on and on, but I just am so excited about it, because it's that thing that I would have loved to be a part of 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I love being a part of it today. Like, I'm excited to be able to offer it to you guys.
So Body of Light is a transformational process in the chakra system. When we took Body of Light processes and the course, we use those things for daily evidences. And that's what we're doing in Body of Love. In Body of Love, we're going to be taking what I would call CC&J, clarity, compassion, and joy for the solution, to the next level. We're going to be upgrading the third eye to be used as a projector and a receiver for our internal belief system. And we're also going to be transmitting new geometric patterns to our bodies that help the cells recover more quickly from pain and suffering and overwhelm. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about how that's going to come up and why there are logical processes behind this as well as intuitive processes.
What I want to go back to is that these are what you touched on it earlier, it's like, it's not anything special. We're not reinventing the wheel, but what we do is we have a process for you to start co-creating with your body. That's like, if you could see it any other way, is that you are co-creating with your physical form. You're like, well, I do that every day when I have my, my green smoothie. It's a different way than saying, I'm going to do this physical thing. We're moving into 5D in our co-creation process, which is a different access point and a different attraction point. So it's a different way of co-creating with our physical
You can
form.
take ownership of that process. So just to let you know, again, fourth dimension can psychically tune into what you need, and it will tell your body, okay, you have a low, you have low sugar, you can tune into the things that you need, and your body will respond to that advice. But in the fifth dimension, you are creating something, and it's very different. So this process isn't for everybody. It's for those of you who really connect with the metaphysical processes and physical, practical, daily energy work that you're already doing. You're already meditating. You're already doing something. This doesn't take long, but it is a fun way to honor your body's health as you transmit different signals, as you make the heart more of your grid. Your energy grid will be more in tune with your heart than it will with other people's belief systems. And that's one of the major components, is releasing other people's belief systems so that they do not interrupt your body's natural health and well-being. Sorry, I know I talked for a long time.
No, what I was just thinking is like, bottom line, you will increase the joy in your life. That's like, that your clarity, compassion, and joy, but that your joy is going to increase because you're going to be releasing that, like you were talking about, those old programs that you got from other people, other places, other times, that are no longer relevant for you. So once that is transformed, the joy, they keep saying quotient, but the joy is just there. It like bubbles up, and then you're in this joyful place in your creation. Your creator aspect is able to say, hey, this is this idea that I have, I'm going to bring into 5D. And I almost see it as like merging with my physical body, that 5D self that I create and envision. And then I start walking around with it, and I am living it.
I love it. So tell me tell actually who's watching, because I already know we talk every damn day, but tell people how like you have shifted. So I had, my wife has multiple sclerosis. I have some examples from that of how it's helped her. So I want you to explain how, your stomach, how things have helped, how these processes have helped you physically and emotionally.
Well, yes. And what I want to say is I have a long history with body and weight issues that I would say also co-occur with emotion. From the first time that I did a diet program, I was 10 years old. My mom took me to Weight Watchers. And I remember I lost like about 20 pounds, and I got all this positive feedback about that experience. And it really had set this idea for me that I received from other people, that I then had value to other people. I was better, somehow, because I had lost this weight, that it increased my value. And, that was short-lived because it was a diet program, and I gained the weight back. But at that was like the starting point of me having this evolution. So I had ups and downs throughout my 20s, and I gave up on dieting really early. I knew it was just never going to work. And so what I ended up turning to was surgical interventions for weight loss, because I knew I couldn't control what I knew. I thought I couldn't control what I was eating, because it was about control. At a pretty young age. I think it was probably maybe 15 or 16 when I gave up that idea. So fast forward, I am around 20. I had my first operation. I had what was called a lap band at the time, and that failed. And being the willful person that I am, I was like, well, that didn't work. Well, so I did lose weight with it. But then I had to come out because there was issues with it. So I had a surgery after surgery after surgery. That kind of started this decade of having surgeries where over the course of 8 years, I had multiple abdominal surgeries, lots of scar tissue in my abdomen, and lots of what felt like very physical damage. I also, in that period of time, developed a lot of allergies to different foods and what most people would call like an autoimmune disease, where I had an inflammatory process in my digestive system where I never knew what was going to happen. If I ate something, maybe it was okay. Maybe I was going to be running to the bathroom. Maybe it was always roulette when I ate something. And this went on for years and years and years. And I tried starting to change my body with everything that I could. After the surgeries, I started trying to do, naturopath, vitamins, acupuncture, all of those things. And nothing worked. I was, they would work a little bit maybe, but then I would give up. And I should also say that after that too, any weight gain I would have or weight loss, there was no correlation to what I was consuming. I noticed, I was like, but there was a point when I was eating like cheeseburgers or veggie burgers, and I was drinking soda and eating a bunch of candy, and I was losing weight, and I was like, this doesn't make sense.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Right?
And like, I'd had a lifestyle most of my life of eating fairly healthy food, and I'm like, I'm drinking soda like 5 times a day and I'm losing weight. How is this even possible? There have been other times where, if I was having like a lot of inflammation in my stomach or a lot of gastrointestinal upset, I would be eating very little food, very like low calorie diet, and yet I would be gaining weight.
Yeah.
And so I would say probably 6-7 years ago, I realized that there wasn't a lot of correlation between my physical activity and my oral input and my health and my weight, really.
Yeah.
So fast forward to doing Body of Light, and then what turned into Body of Love that you and I just did together was, applying these principles to my physical form. I stopped taking a medication that I was taking for inflammation. And if you ever dined with me 3+ years ago, you know that I had a handful of vitamins I would take and a bunch of other stuff at every meal. And that was, again, my attempt to try and impart some change on my physical form. And once I started applying the Body of Light stuff, those things slowly started to diminish. And now I can say that I have a completely different relationship with my physical form. I'm not going to tell you that it is 100% gone. It's not, but it is night and day from where I was. I don't have the same amount of fear when I eat, and I don't have that feeling like I'm rolling the dice. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't have that anticipation of like, this could go okay, this could not. That for me, if I was listening to this 5 years ago, that experience is what I would want to hear about, like being able to change my relationship with food and my body. So also being able to impart weight loss on my body, being able to approach my body with a gentleness that I didn't even know I wasn't approaching it with. Sometimes we have a mindset, and it gets, it's not mine. It was given to me, and it was given to the person before them, and the person before them, and the person before them. When you talk about clearing ancestral stuff, this is stuff that, it's been coming down the line for a long time. And being able to put that down and receive our own joy for our body, again, transformational.
Yeah. I think that you made some really, really like incredible points, because the most we have been able to do with these processes is like take care of some like immediate beliefs that were causing us physical discomfort. Like, and when we talk about the emotions, we're not saying like get rid of the emotions. We had to really get behind what our energy was like believing in to cause us to have like more of that fear-based strategy. And fear-based strategy always comes from, I need to do this. I have to do this. Otherwise I can't lose weight, or I have to be this size before I can be happy. That's one of the things we're going to tackle, because part of what we discovered is that the more that we hated on our bodies, the easier it was to gain weight,
Mm-hmm.
especially because we were working in higher dimensional frequencies. Our beliefs became more quickly
Yes.
seen. And so we're like, no wonder so many people, who are doing this kind of work feel like they gain weight, they get tired, their energy gets drained, they don't know who they are anymore because they're getting all of this, like, you go into the light worker communities and there are diet programs, there's so much out there. Everything from, you can't eat, legumes to you should never eat, a carb in your life, and even some fruits but you shouldn't eat too many fruit. Like, there's so many things out there. And as somebody who studied exercise and nutrition for a long time, I can tell you, for every study that says one diet is the cure-all,
Oh yeah.
another one to say, no, that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
That's not to say whole foods and positive eating habits isn't part of the program. It is. We're actually going to give you some guidelines around, and you're not going to believe this, but there have been Ayurvedic medicine has used astrology for a long time to discover, like, the natural way that your body responds to food. And so we're not going to go too deep into that, but we are going to use some astrological principles that will help you guide your body into knowing how it processes energy. So your
Yeah.
sun sign, which is very powerful in your body as an authority of how you energetically energize your energy, like your energy body gets energized by your solar plexus, and your solar plexus is very akin to your sun sign, and your sun sign is going to tell you a little bit more about how your body naturally processes food. So we get a little bit woo there, but we also talk about the way the body responds to stress, to hormones, to how our belief systems encourage those things, how the emotional reaction causes certain chemicals in the brain to do certain things. So we are going to get a little bit practical too, but this really isn't about the right diet. This is about how
Yeah.
you use your heart energy, intuition, plus beliefs in the positive state to control the way the body reacts to your food, your exercise, and to, not only that, to money. We're going to discover how
Yeah.
money and food, how you react to those two things, really, really, and I say money, but I really mean abundance.
Yeah.
What you feel like when you are receiving. What do you feel like when you are receiving something good for your body? Or are you in fear that you have to eat well? Because even people who eat well, even people who are in the weight loss industry, they get sick, they get tired,
Mm-hmm.
they get overwhelmed. They don't know how to handle the energy needs of their body when it fluctuates. And we're going to address that too in this work.
Yes.
I really think that if you take anything from today's discussion, is that number one, we're going to have a freaking great time, and we're going to tell more personal stories. We're going to share a little bit of the deeper emotional shish that we've been through with
Mm-hmm.
body image and things like that. We're going to help you understand your own design. We're going to help you get these processes down. You're going to get more personalized attention than we've ever done before. We're going to do more significant reactions, meaning we're going to teach you how to demonstrate to your body that this works, so that you have a believability factor that your mind can hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to show you how to do this so that even when the class is over, you have access to all the materials. You have everything that you were really tuned into. You get tune-ups to your energy body every time you need
Yes.
one. You get your own personalized energy mantra, which means that we tune your heart to a specific frequency, and the words we give you are about changing that aura to that frequency. And like I said, we get a little bit of woo, we get a little bit of practical, and you're going to really just enjoy the process, because Lauren and I work really, really well together. We have fun. We get so excited. And so sometimes we're like, oh my God, what are you going to say? What are we going to do?
Yes.
But yeah, I think that, and to the end of the day, the most common thing that we have as people and as females a lot of the time are body image versus self-love. Our
Mm-hmm.
bodies and our health reflect the way we feel about ourselves. And we're going to tackle that too. And it's a huge chunk of the course. It's probably the most significant part of it, which I think once you get that in alignment, everything else becomes joyful.
Yeah. We have the credentials. She has the master's in sports physiology and
Exercise
nutrition,
physiology.
exercise
Fitness
physiology
and
and
wellness
nutrition.
track. Yeah.
I am a registered nurse. Like, if you are, a science mind, we have that education, but we have a personal experience of applying these principles in our lives. So we're not telling you to do something or asking you to do something or even suggesting that you do something that we aren't doing ourselves and haven't been using and know that it can make a difference. I would say we have a very personal experience with this stuff, and that's why we're excited to share it, is because of our personal experience with it. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I want to be able to share this with others.
Yeah. And we're not one of those people that are going to give you like diet advice and have never had like a nutrition. Like there's no medical advice. There's no telling you what you should or shouldn't eat. So that has to come from your medical professionals. What we are going to do is give you like
A process.
a process to help whatever you need to help heal your energy, help heal your body from belief systems that cause more inflammation and more pain and more overwhelm and more holding on to weight and being able to receive weight loss. And so we're going to discuss all of those things. And again, if you are medically inclined and you're worried about what this means, don't worry. We have the background to assist people and redirect them should they need it.
Awesome. I'm so excited.
I know. All right. Well, if you have any questions, reach out to me and Lauren. You can reach Lauren and see about her on laurenolivia.net. And you can go to my webpage, which is soulfultransformations.com, and learn a little bit more about who we are as teachers and what else we do. All right.
Thanks, guys. Bye.